everybody, welcome to the Parents Lounge, and we have a very special Christmas Eve show for you tonight. I can't believe we have this going on. We have some amazing guests coming in, but more importantly, we have the Grinch himself. He doesn't really know what's coming tonight, but we have prepared an amazing show for him. This is the Parents Lounge version of This Is Your Life, Mr. Grinch. Please welcome none other than the Grinch himself. The Grinch who stole Christmas.
Hello.
Hi, buddy. How are you?
Jamie, it's so good to see you. How you doing?
I'm fantastic, Grinch. And honestly,
you're looking good. You're looking fantastic.
Thank you. I mean, obviously, the last couple of years have been a little rough for everybody.
Well, you ain't kidding. 2022 put a hurting on the old Grinch.
Yeah, I know. And, you know, a lot of people were in quarantine in a way, I guess, or off in their own world. But you've always kind of lived that way, so it probably wasn't as hard on you as everybody else.
Yeah, it broke my heart when social distancing started stopping. Yeah, I wasn't a fan. I really liked it. I had been doing it for years. I got my dog and Uber Eats. I don't need anything else.
I think a lot of people are starting to feel like you, and I think over the last couple of years, a lot of people have been like, you know what? Maybe the Grinch is onto something here.
People don't give me enough credit. It's true.
Well, Grinch, we had such a great time, and I got to tell you, our fans loved seeing you last year because we read The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, which, of course, now we know is a debunked myth by Dr. Seuss.
And I want to thank you for giving me that platform to kind of finally talk about it. Nobody had done that before, and I really means a lot to me that you gave me that opportunity.
Well, everyone just took his word as the gospel, and you're like, first of all, not even a doctor. Not a doctor.
It's not his name.
He doesn't even have a PhD or a medical doctor. He's about as much a doctor as Dr. J. And honestly, I would say Dr. J or Dr. Dre even are way more qualified in their fields than Dr. Seuss.
Look, if I had to choose between getting an operation from Dr. Dre or Dr. Seuss, I'm going Dre every time.
Every time, Dre. Because even if the operation goes awry, he got some mad beats going on, dude.
Yeah. So if I start to flatline,
yeah, there's going to be a great soundtrack in the back as your heart stops to beat.
Yeah.
So we here at the Parents Lounge decided to have a very special show for you tonight, and so tonight is our own rendition of This Is Your Life,
what?
Mr. Grinch.
Are you serious?
Yeah, absolutely. So we reached out to a lot of your friends and family and people you've known over the years, and they're going to come on tonight's show, and they're going to share just a little bit of an insight into your life and how they know you. And are you excited to get started?
I'm thrilled. I have no idea who you could have talked to. This is amazing.
First up, this is amazing. Let's take a little quick break, and then we're going to go right to our first guest. You ready?
Yes, let's do this.
Well, coming up next, Mr. Grinch, we have a friend from the past. This gentleman you will know mainly as one of your teammates on your bowling team. Please welcome Mr. Mike Bunin.
Hey,
Mikey!
Hey, I'm here to represent the Merry Marauders, man, just for you.
Hi. How you doing, buddy?
I'm all right. How you doing?
Good. I'm still working on my swing. You taught me some good stuff, my friend.
Yeah, well, listen, you've got I don't know, I appreciate that, but I think you've got a natural ability for it. I think I'm just pointing you in the right direction.
Well, I've knocked down a lot of who's in my time with a bowling ball for fun.
Yes, I know.
And I know you guys bowled together on the team, but where did you originally meet that you ended up on the same bowling team?
You want me to tell him?
Yeah, go ahead,
right.
Mike.
I'm on the road. I'm traveling salesman. Let's not talk about the year. It was before I started acting. And I'm in Toledo, okay? And I got $12 to my name, and I need $100 to pay for the hotel room. So I go to the nearest bowling alley to see if I can hustle a little pool. And I'm over there, and I'm doing well. And along comes the Grinch. He just comes in. I mean, he's just, when he walks in the room, it comes alive. He sees me, and he goes, "You, kid, you're on my team." That's it for me. That's it for me.
Look, he had a bowling it factor. He did. And I saw it from the second I saw him. I knew he was going to be the guy. And
So, I mean,
we've made some dough off bowling, Mike and I. And
We
the
made a
other
lot
guys.
of
I mean,
dough
we
off
carry the team, honestly.
we do. We do. But that's okay. That's okay. We can. This I want you to know. You know, the Grinch gets a little bit of a bad rap here. What he just said is who he really is. We carry the team. He carries us. He's there for us. I don't know what he does before and after, but on bowling night, #1 in my book.
I know
Such-
you guys-
what
in
a
some of the-
sweetheart.
Well, I know there was an original sequel to The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. It was called The Grinch Who Stole the Bowling title. But I hear that didn't have enough to really.
Well, you know what they did? They rewrote that as Kingpin.
I had heard the Farrelly brothers
heard
kind
that.
of had that idea.
Yeah,
a little
that was
bit.
actually Mike and I's story, and they changed it.
Now I also know that you guys traveled a bit and you did the pro bowling tour for a while. But I understand there was a couple of problems at a tournament in Vegas, I believe it went a little south. You want to talk about that?
Grinch and I are in there. We're just waiting in line to get a hot dog before the finals match. You know, we're playing Earl Anthony. Earl comes up, big left-hander. He's cocky. He just moves the Grinch aside like the Grinch is some doll you can just shove aside.
Yeah, and I'm not some doll you just shove aside.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you. And that's exactly what I said. Hey, Earl Anthony, he's not some doll you just move aside. And then, boom, the Grinch just got involved and everybody was not happy.
And a lot of people don't know this. Mike throws a mean right hook.
Well,
He's got it. I mean, he's got it.
you know, I don't know. I mean, one night, long time ago, who said something? I got involved. I look good one night. Thank you. It's flattering.
He knocked the mayor of Whoville right on his giant bulbous ass. And I have never been so more appreciative of anybody as I was Mike that night.
Well, he comes up and he's like, "We're going to give you the key to the city." And then he's doing a whole thing. And he goes to give the key to the Grinch and he yanks it back. So that's it. I put him right on his ass.
I know you guys had a little bit of a tiff, I guess we could say, for a while.
Why you got
had to
it?
get
We were
resolved.
having a good time. Why you got to bring this up?
I mean, it happened. We were out to dinner. We both met a very nice woman and we both were chatting with her. And then, I guess he got a little jealous. Maybe, right, Grinch? You got a little jealous because I got a few laughs or something.
Yeah, I'm sure it was you who got the laugh. Sure, Mike, that's what it was.
Well, I mean, I was getting the laughs.
It was surely you, yeah.
All right, I don't want to rehash this, but let's do it now. If it's going to come up, I was
Here
getting
we
the
go.
laughs. And you got angry and you came over and you smashed the table.
I told you I tripped. I have been through this. It was not intentional. I did not do that on purpose.
Really?
You in a restaurant and you tripped and then just smashed a table? That seems...
Yeah, and all the food and the drinks only went on top of me. Nobody else.
I have a very low center of gravity. I tripped. It happened.
Well, see, now, Grinch, this is another one of those tales that all of a sudden you're the bad guy in, and, I want to defend you as best I can, but I know you got a hair temper. I mean, that interview we did last year, you punched me right in the face, and I think it was because I asked a question.
Considering it was virtual, is very impressive.
Well, it was a virtual punch in the face. You can do it. They can give you stars nowadays, or they can just donate money, or you get a punch in the face. And I have it here. It's right there. Yeah, I can see where you punched me in the face.
Yeah.
Look, Mike and I put that behind us.
Wait.
Okay, maybe we
Way
did.
behind us. Way behind. Way
Oh,
behind us. Way behind us.
Way behind.
us. I don't even know if you still talk to her. I talk to her maybe 3 times a week. That's about it.
Are you still talking to Shannon?
Yeah, Shannon's great. I mean, not as often as before, not 7 days a week, but 3 days a week.
You miserable son. Okay.
Oh, come on. See? This is what you did in the restaurant.
Well, there's no table here, Mike, so don't worry about it.
Oh, virtual punch. I'll tell you what, we can meet at the bowling alley and settle this. How about that?
Yeah, well, I was greasing your palm a little bit because your right hook is not that great. I honestly hit way harder than you. Yeah.
No. I can't believe I got even talked into doing this. I knew you'd make it petty. I knew you'd make it about you. Grinch is
I'm not the one that broke this up. Kaler brought this up.
This is your life. This is your miserable life.
This is your afterlife, pal, because I'm going to end you if I have to see you again after today.
Okay, guys, I gotta tell you, it didn't go. This is supposed to be a happy show about the Grinch and stuff.
Well,
and
then
all of a
maybe
sudden-
you shouldn't have brought it up.
Yeah, thank you.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm trying to talk about the past, but obviously, I mean, you guys have a history and stuff. I know you did that.
Well, you're
European
coming at
trip.
us with gotcha questions. It's like you want us to fight.
Yeah, thanks, Captain TMZ. We weren't expecting this.
Yeah,
I was excited to see him.
me too.
Well, I like to. I'm a hard-hitting journalist. I think we know that, and so I'm not going to give you fluff softball questions. We're going to get into the meat of the matter here, and a lot of people still to this day think the Grinch is the bad guy.
Look,
and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. And I brought everyone together from his old life to see what's going on. And look, Mike, we talked about this off camera. You said I don't even want to do this. The Grinch and I have problems and we have issues, but I thought it would be nice.
Mike, you said this?
Well, listen, I knew that we had some unresolved matters and I didn't want to come on. I tried to come on very positive. Everything I said was true early.
Same.
You're very giving. You really are.
Same-ish.
But you're a little selfish.
Well, he's a Grinch. I mean, the term Grinch is, it's there for a reason. And it's because.
Hey, can we watch the racism, Kaler? I'm actually a what? Grinch is a very, very hurtful term.
Oh, all right.
I guess, but when somebody calls somebody a Grinch, it means that they kind of
there's certain connotations to it.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you got yourself canceled, Kaler. They'll never forgive you for this.
Because I'm stereotyping Grinches.
Yes, it's not okay. I'm not the only one. We're actually called whats. I have been over this with you. You know this.
Oh, they're the who's and you're the whats.
Correct.
But
And
you're
I'm not
the most
the only
famous.
one.
So where did
Yes, without question.
Okay.
But, I'm not the only one. Am I the most famous? Sure. Am I the most selfish? Mike seems to think so.
Look, the most.
Can we fix this? I'd like to fix this.
We can. You know what? I'd like to make an addendum to our friendship, or I'd like to add a clause, if you will, that says, from now on, we're going to see things as they are, and you're just going to be able to say, I'm the Grinch, and I was wrong.
I will do my best with that.
He won't. He just won't. And we've talked about this many times. He's in therapy, and then he's told me at the end of his therapy sessions, he just yells at the therapist like it's the therapist's problem.
Oh no, that's not how.
First of all, Dr. Braun had it coming. She's gregarious. I cannot take it.
Gregarious. She
says I have intimacy issues, and I don't trust. That's the problem.
Sketchy.
I couldn't wait.
You brought everything back, but I mean, was it your moral compass, or were you just afraid you were going to go to jail for life? I mean, that's
a little bit of both. A little bit of both.
He's always talking about jail. Every time you get a drink in the Grinch, and all he talks about is that's my destiny. I don't know what he's talking about.
My destiny? I have been carrying you for years, Michael, and I am tired of it.
Okay. I tell you what. Why don't we end this now? Why don't you meet me down at the bowling alley? And we'll talk about.
Oh, I'll meet you.
Oh yeah,
I'll meet you. I'll punch you right in that glass jaw.
Bring it.
Listen, this is not the way the show was supposed to go. I'm so sorry, Mike Bunin, who's also a mutual friend, a good friend of mine. I'm so sorry to bring you through this whole thing.
Yeah, great journalism there, Sean Penn. Way to go.
Yes, Sean Penn. Thank you.
You really tackled this story, and I'm not even talking to you, Grinch, but I do hope you have a Merry Christmas. I will say that.
You too, buddy. It's really nice to see you. I'll call you around New Year's. We'll get together.
I love it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Bunin. Well, Grinch, we have a great surprise for you today. Our next guest on This Is Your Life, the Grinch, is none other than your heart doctor, Dr. Gewürztraminer.
Ja, Dr. Gewürztraminer. Yeah, Frederick Gewürztraminer. It's good to see you, Grinch.
Jack, how are you, buddy?
I like to call you Salmi. That's just a little nickname that I've had for him, Salmi, for a long time. It's good to see that you're healthy.
Honestly, have not felt this good in years, and I owe that to you.
Yes, well, we all know that I was always putting you on blood thinners, right? I was telling you to drink vinegar and raw apple cider vinegar, and
Rub
along
garlic
with
on my feet. You had me rub garlic on my feet.
you rubbed the garlic on your feet, so we know that as well as that being good for your heart, it is keeping you from the vampires because they drain your blood, and of course you need the blood for your heart to work. Now, I can't take all the credit for your heart, which grew 3 sizes on the one day. You were in a dangerous place. I know you were happy and you were slicing roast beast, but you came to me the day after that feast and said, listen, I feel good, but there's something going on with roast beast, and you were very concerned. So I'm glad that you came to me after the roast beast.
Well, red meat, they say, not great for the heart.
Not great for the heart.
We talked about that, yeah.
Christmas
And
spirit.
Yeah, but the Christmas spirit combined with the red meat, I think there was also something that you have described to me that I experienced joy. And I don't understand it, and I've tried. But you're a brilliant man. It's true. But, I've done my best. I did everything you said. I just want to live. I just want to live.
And you will, because, none of the things that I prescribed had the side effects of joy, right? It was vomiting, it was nausea, passing out. You were very gassy at times.
Still.
But I knew that the last prescription of the Gewürztraminer wine, named after my family, combined with Christmas joy, would give you that spirit to deliver toys. Also, this is very crucial, and people aren't watching this closely. When you decided to let Max hop on the sled and do the exercise yourself, instead of making your poor little doggy tow you, this is very important that you were exercising the 3 big heart. The heart got so huge, you needed to exercise. And you did that on your own.
Look, in those moments, I thought I was done. I have crippling anxiety. I do. Yeah. I have. The Who's caused a lot of stuff. They did.
Yes.
There are issues.
Stress is bad for your heart as well. A lot of stress is terrible for your heart.
It's terrible,
it is.
Yeah. And we've seen the outline of your figure. You have a big pot stomach sticking out, and then your arms and legs are very thin.
Well, thanks, Kaler. That's really very kind of you to bring up on
we talked about it with the doctor, but it's about tone, and it's about, he's right. When he says you got to get off that sled and you got to do the work.
You get in there, right? Because also there are other organs in your body that also grew 3 sizes that day, right? Your kidneys, your stomach, your pancreas, they all got bigger. Your prostate is growing too. I can give you something for that, but I'm not a prostate doctor. I work up here. I don't work down there. But
we are going to need to, I don't know if you can do a referral, but
yes,
there is something, and it's becoming a sitting issue.
Yeah, Dr. Plummer. Dr. Plummer is a good doctor for that area. She's a wonderful woman, and small hands. So it's very nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
And with the Grinch, he also, like you talked about, it wasn't just his heart that grew 3 times.
That's right.
And I know in certain instances on some dates, he's told me that a certain appendage has grown 3 times. And sometimes that's a positive.
It's very good.
Martha May Hubier and I we played a little game called Hide the Zucchini.
Which is a nice game. It's good.
It's a good game. I played it. It's very fun.
It's not good when the zucchini says "Ole ole oxen free" because you couldn't find it, right? You wanted to be able to come out and catch it. But this is good for your heart. It shows that blood is flowing from your heart to the zucchini, right? So you have a heart flow of joy, but you also have blood flow for the joy-spreading zucchini. That's what you call it, the joy-spreading zucchini.
Right. The zucchini is very large, and because it's 3 times bigger now, very large zucchini. And from what I understand, the blood is so spread out over his body that's what he's passing out from.
Yes,
is that it?
Yes, if you are going to get excited, it has to come in stages. If it comes all at once, you pass out, you fall from your cliff, you probably die, right? The Who's, they are not there to catch you. So be very careful. If you're having relations with this Miss Who you described,
Martha May, yeah.
do it at as close to sea level as possible. Because if you do it
Oh.
upstairs in your Grinch cave, you could fall from the cave because of the giant blood flow to the area. You get lightheaded.
So it's an elevation thing.
It's elevation, yeah. I also prescribe triathlons for you. I don't know if you've done your first one yet. I want you to keep your heart in shape by doing triathlons. So have you done your first one?
I can handle the running. I can handle the biking. But here's the thing. This fur gets wet.
That's true.
And there's a weight issue. It is. Look, am I going to win any speed contest? No, that's not going to happen.
No.
Am I going to finish the race? Also, no. That's not gonna. I just can't. It weights me down. I'm like seaweed out there. It's just a mass of goo.
Yeah. So my suggestion is to find the saltiest body of water that you can. Maybe something like
Black Sea or the Dead Sea.
The Dead Sea, or go to Utah and find the water in the flats. Go to Utah. It has lots of salt lake. You can swim there. If you do a triathlon, so you need to be careful. Or if it's not illegal, you can shave the fur, right? Like swimmers do, to cut the drag. And this will be very good for you in the water.
I look like one of those hairless cats, though, when I do that. It's not attractive. I'm not going to bring any babes home like that.
Pull a wetsuit on. Why don't you just put a wetsuit on and do
That's
the
right. We can.
like
I never thought of that.
Yeah, Doc,
we can commission a wetsuit for you.
Doc, I understand that this has been huge acclaim for you. Like when you became the Grinch's personal doctor, and I know you published in the Harvard Journal of Medicine.
Journal, yes, Journal of Medicine, yeah.
And you kind of have gotten some notoriety yourself. I know Oprah had you on as a
Oprah, it's right, yeah.
Heart surgeon. I know you have a new book coming out about hearts.
Yeah, it's called The Harder They Fall. The Harder They Fall. And that means when you do the right things, your heart rate falls. And in that book, in all the chapters, I tell you all the things that you can do to get your heart rate to fall. And one of them is big erections, like we were talking about. Even in women, it's possible. And I can talk to you in detail about that later on, but it's possible for everybody to have that kind of experience. But yeah, The Harder They Fall, it's available on a book on tape, or you can read it yourself. But it's all because of the Grinch. He was my prized patient, as you say. And he brought me Christmas joy beyond Christmas, which is being on the New York Times bestseller list. So you roasted my beast.
Also, this is big for a lot of athletes nowadays. They used to do like the blood boosting they would do in biking, or they would do the steroids and stuff. But we've seen the Grinch, when he gets his heart to grow 3 sizes, he has superhuman strength. And I know a lot of athletes are reaching out to you because they're trying to figure out a way to make their heart grow 3 times.
Oh, yes, because they're doing stem cells, or they are doing plasma-rich blood, PRP. So protein also good. But here's the key. You know how U.S. Olympics trains in Colorado at elevation? Well, the Grinch, we know, lives at 14,000 feet, which is higher than Colorado. So people are asking the Grinch. He can tell you. They want to train inside his cave. They want to do a Peloton sort of experiment where he lives.
We did some remodeling on the second floor of the cave, and we set a floor of Peloton bikes. The Doc and I have been running seminars helping other athletes to get to this place. Yeah. Is it lucrative? Yes, but it's changing lives.
Yeah. Well, it's the Grinch training program, and a lot of people have used like 7-minute abs or stuff like that. But now you guys have your own health program, and people are actually flying in to Mount Crumpet to train at higher elevation. Then I think you sleep in a hyperbaric chamber at night, or however you do it, and then come down and do the competitions at sea level and just crush it, right? Yeah,
it's called GBC, Grinch Base Camp, which is named after the base camp in Everest, which is as you weighs it's halfway up. It allows you to acclimate. So in this case, our Grinch base camp allows you to acclimate to joy, to training, and then when you're ready, you ascend to the top, the second floor, and you spend a week there, and you're ready to spread Christmas joy. Your heart grows 3 times sizes. It's not dangerous, and we're bringing it to the schools for the children.
And the big clincher, if you pass the entire course,
yes,
to get your certificate to get out, you have to lift an entire Christmas sleigh above your head at the top of the mountain.
Yes, and we are including things like kettlebells and bowling balls, dumbbells. These are all Christmas gifts that people get. So that was not in the original. We are including heavier things, sand, a hard relationship. We are including that. Like if you have a hard relationship, it's very heavy. Yes, marriages, divorce. Yeah. We throw it all on the sled. Moving into a new house, the death of a loved one. It's all thrown on the toy sack.
Well, I can't wait to have that book read for me on audiobooks. But I do want, I wasn't going to go into it, Doc, but I understand you did have a bit of a problem with some of the Who's, and it got a little ugly. Can you talk about that? Because a lot of people say the Who's are the sweet ones, but I know that you've had a couple of run-ins with them while you were out there doing the training.
Well, they're very sweet creatures, the Who's, but let's just say they can get a little envious, a little jealous. And while they were loving the Grinch on Christmas Day, the Grinch was their hero, right? You brought out toys, you gave us recipes, but now the Grinch is getting all the attention. So who are we? We are background actors, right? We don't even get a line or 5 lines. We just get to sing, but it's pre-recorded and we're lip syncing. So they can be very feisty and jealous, and they want free things now. They just want free things to come to them from the top of the mountain, and they're not willing to work for it. And so I'm prescribing for them a little suck it up. It's a suck it up. It's a juice that I sell to them, and you drink it, you suck it up, and you grow some balls. Even if you're a woman, you grow some balls and you get better, and you don't complain and be jealous of the Grinch, who risked his life by his heart growing that fast to save you. So I tell him, why don't you let your heart grow 3 sizes one day and see if you live without my heart?
Cardiomyopathy is a real thing, and people they just discredit it. It's like it's no big deal. It is a big deal.
Yeah, you don't just because you can sing in the square and Yahoo Hasu for one day, that doesn't mean you're truly loved. That means you're just happy and excited. But the Grinch truly loves, and that's why my medicine is working, because you have to continue to train for triathlons and you have to continue to love.
And Jamie, that ball growing juice that he makes,
yes,
it'll change your life. It'll change your marriage.
I would love that.
Can we send him a case? Can we send Jamie a case?
Well, I think not just me. I think a lot of people need it. Where can we get this Suck It Up juice that will help people grow balls?
So suckitupjuice.org, actually, suckitupjuice.org. You send in your check for $500, whatever, $1,000, $500. It depends. Whatever you send, that's the amount you get. $500 gets you a few drops with a little stopper, little dropper. And if you send more, I give you like a bucket. And you can drink it at your leisure. But don't
start with a tincture, and then you get the whole bucket. Nice.
Yeah, a tincture first. You gotta acclimate to the Suck It Up juice.
Doc, it was really Gewürztraminer.
Dr. Gewürztraminer, yeah.
Gewürztraminer, yes.
Dr. G for short.
Dr. G.
Dr. G, that's right, Salmi. That's right.
Well, I can't thank you enough for coming on to the show today.
Pardon me? Oh, I said I call him Salmi because he smells like fish, like a salmon. So that's why I call him Salmi. That's the inside joke.
He does smell like fish.
Also, it is a side effect of the Suck It Up juice. So just, I mean, it's there. You should.
Makes a lot of sense. And I know we really quick. It's not been FDA approved yet.
Well, the FDA is it's one of those guys that are kind of stubborn. They're kind of stubborn, but who knows? It's approved by the people and the creatures of the world that use it, and it's really word of mouth that counts, right?
And isn't my word good enough? Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's close, but I know he has a lot of celebrity spokespeople as well who are on the juice. Dr.
Dwayne Johnson. I have Dwayne Johnson. Well, it's Dwayne, Duane, It's kind of another Dwayne Johnson.
It's not The Rock. No, it's just a regular
no, he's
Dwayne
a mail
Johnson.
collector, but he's a pretty big guy. You know, he's fat, but he weighs a lot. He weighs the same amount as the other Dwayne Johnson. But I have Salmi, I have the Grinch, and like you said, who else do you need but the person who restored Christmas to Whoville, right? To say that Suck It Up Juice is the best product out there, and it's clean, it's healthy, it's safe, and you might smell like salmon if you drink too much.
And you know who else is a big supporter of this, Damien? You're not going to believe this. Seth Rogen's gardener.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes. Butch.
Yep. Good guy.
So I just want to say that I'm proud that Salmi, the Grinch, has gone through all the changes, continues to do the triathlons, even though he can drown from his fur, drinks the Suck It Up juice, deals with jealousy from the Who's. This is a
hides the zucchini whenever I can.
Hides the zucchini when he can.
It's all about heart health, and I think that's your message, Doc, is heart health, and how do we make sure the heart is the healthiest organ we have?
Yes, joy. You need joy, and you need Suck It Up juice.
Okay, joy, Suck It Up juice, and it doesn't hurt to have a zucchini 3 times the size of a regular zucchini.
Yes, as the Italians
they don't complain, Jamie. They don't complain.
No,
you need a little guma. A guma, as the Italians say, the guma. It's a little girl on the who on the side. Mm-hmm. Whose side are you on? I'm not on anybody's side, but I have a who on the side. Is what you say. Where the Grinch says, "Who's on my crotch?" That's the bit he does. Yeah.
Typically, it's just Martha May and occasionally her friend Sally.
That's okay, Dr. Gaverstramina, thank you so much for coming on to This Is Your Life, the Grinch. And we wish you the best of luck with the Suck It Up juice. And anyone out there who is having heart problems or zucchini problems, please reach out and find Dr. G. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you coming by.
Merry Grinchmas. Thank you for your service, sir.
You're welcome, Salmi.
Hey, Grinch, up next, we have one of your oldest friends. He is one of Santa's elves, and a lot of people will recognize him from the movie Elf with Buddy the Elf. It's Buddy the Elf's life story, and he's one of Santa's main elves and one of his hardest workers, I think, always. Please welcome Twinkle the Elf. Twinkle, oh, you look a little sick. You okay?
Hey, you guys, how are you?
We're doing great. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, it's nice to see you guys. I've been drinking brandy and stuff just to try to smooth things out.
Well, it's a busy time of year for you,
that's
Twinkle.
Still going on.
Yeah, I'm trying to, you know how they say drink whiskey and hot tatas and teas and what have you. I'm just trying. I've just been sick because of these sicknesses that are going around.
Sure. Well, you live up in the North Pole too. It gets super cold up there. Now, from what I understand, Twinkle, you and the Grinch go way back, and you guys used to be drinking buddies back in the day.
Twinkle and I put some stuff away. Yeah, we tipped a few back, didn't we, Twinkle?
We sure did. It turned your skin green, didn't it?
And my liver. And my liver.
Yeah, I can't even imagine what your liver looks like. Probably brown and crusty.
Yeah, like an old dill pickle.
Yeah. Probably with warts and things growing off of it. Probably not the best thing to do. I'm not a doctor, but if you want me to take a look at it, I will.
I would appreciate that. If you could just get in there and take a look at my liver, I would really appreciate it.
Yeah. I just go in there. I got some tools. I got tools. I use a lot of tools, and I'll just get inside there and take a look at your livers. And while I'm in there, I'll take a look at your kidneys and your heart. And do you have a heart?
Yeah. You know, I have that whole condition.
Yeah, it grows 3 times.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's your problem. You got bad circulations.
Yeah, the doctor did suspect that was one of the causes.
Oh.
Well, Twinkle, I know you. You're pretty famous now from the movie Elf, which was the documentary biopic of Buddy the Elf, which was a fantastic Christmas story.
His name is Buddy. He must have snuck in your snack at the orphanage. What do we do? Yep, that was me.
Oh, yeah. He's dropping the quotes. There he goes.
And my twin
Can I
brother.
tell you? Can I tell you? Twinkle has gotten us more free rounds pulling that line than anything I've ever seen. It's pretty good.
Boy.
It's pretty good.
It always works on the ladies too. I go up there. I go. Hey, you want to see my buddy?
But from what I understand, you tried to get sober back in the day, the two of you, and how did that go?
Yeah, we didn't go to AA. We went to a place called BB and DD. Remember that?
Yeah, you and I have always been a big fan of the Double D.
Well, and BB, what really quick, what does that stand for? BB?
Bed and breakfast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And the DD stands for?
It's a breast size, Jamie.
Oh, okay.
And also Double D batteries.
Double D batteries. Okay, it makes a lot of sense. You only have a couple days before Christmas and stuff. Twinkle, how was everything going this year?
Everything's going great. I've just we've got a little sickness. It's been going around the whole toy shop community. So all the elves are kind of a little sick, and so we've got a delousing area where we try to wipe down all the toys after we're done building them, so we can send them off so they're bacteria free.
Yeah, it gets tricky sometimes with bacteria. You can't see bacteria, so it's hard to know where it is.
Now I've been trying to invent a new machine that'll see it.
Is that your main duty? Is that what you do up there? You're an inventor.
You put them on your eyes like this. You put them on your eyes like this, and you can see the bacterias. Oh boy!
Makes a lot of sense. It also kind of works out great because it looks exactly like the remote control for like cable TV. Yeah. So it probably can work as both.
It could.
So it'll prevent influenza, but also can turn on your Roku.
That's exactly right. And I think, when you're sick, definitely you want to watch some TV. So the whole thing serves a dual purpose.
It actually serves as a drink too.
And you can sip stuff out of it. Yeah,
sip stuff out.
Yeah.
That's what I've always loved about Twinkle. He's an innovator.
It's a lemon flavored slushy.
I couldn't agree more. And I actually saw your list of patents that you have, Twinkle, and it's and I know that you guys, it's crazy because you can make a little wooden train, but you can also make a computer because all these toys are ended up under the tree, and then it's like when you go to the Cheesecake Factory, and you're like, how can they make all these things? How are they making Mugu Gaipan and
and a hamburger?
And beef stew in the same kitchen. And I know that's kind of what you do. Can you talk about some of your greatest inventions that you have made for Santa?
Well, one was the shoe splitter, so you can split your shoe in half, so you can only wear just one shoe. Why buy a pair of shoes when you can just split one in half and you can give one to a friend?
But if you split the shoe in half, doesn't half your foot touch the ground and half's in the shoe? I'm confused.
You have to see it. It's still in a.
Any other inventions you can think about that you made?
We've got a dark sunglasses, so you actually go blind after you put them on.
Oh.
And you never see it
what's
again.
The practical use of that? Like, where would I use it in my everyday life?
Well, when you see something that you don't want to see, and then you're like, I'll put on the dark sunglasses and then I'll never see again.
Oh, interesting.
That one doesn't go over too well.
Well, I also know didn't you invent something? It looked exactly like a remote control for cable, but when you held it to your face, you could do impressions that were phenomenal. I know that you could do. I think there was Bruce Springsteen. I remember because I saw this as a toy that kids would use. They'd hold
like a Viewmaster,
Yeah,
but
with voices.
You just put it up you just put it up there and you just turn into someone like, hey, how you doing? It's me, Bruce Springsteen. How everybody doing out there? Who wants to sing a song? You guys want to sing a song?
Yeah. Can you hit the button that does Steven Seagal?
Let me see if I got. Yep, there it is.
Hey, this is Steven Seagal. I will beat you senseless if I want to. Otherwise, I live in a tree house up in Canada somewhere.
Spot on. That's so spot on. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Amazing.
That's a great
you're a genius.
Yeah. But you also just make toys and stuff, right? And I know you also make toys for parents that they pretend to be toys for children, but are really like traps for kids. Like I know you have one, and the kid, it's a little learning tool, and when he hits a button, a shot of Benadryl hits him in the forehead, and it knocks him out for like 2 hours, right? It's like a baby. It's called the babysitter tool or something.
Yeah, the babysitter tool. What's great about that is, like, if you want to give medicine to the kids, they don't want to take it, but if you trick them into it, they'll take it all day long.
Yeah.
And so I use it on myself sometimes. It's just an apparatus that you push like 3 buttons, and one's for like Tylenol for fevers, another
Sure.
one's Benadryl, and then the last one is just tooth pain. So if you got an achy tooth, there's Ambisol in there.
Oh, very nice. That's very helpful.
I was having a problem with my kids; they wouldn't take their medicine, and so I flipped them upside down and I gave it to them anally. And then the next time they were like, "Oh no, I'll take it orally." And so yeah,
It's an interesting way. That's an interesting take. Yeah.
I gave them a quick little cough medicine enema, and then they said, "Oh, you know what? Next time I will drink it." And they did it. They did it that way.
I thought this was a kid show. Maybe not.
Well, you can take medicine in any orifice, I believe, is how they work. Medicines.
Yeah, you can put it in your eyes. You can drop it in your eyes, up your nose, in your mouth, in your ears. I guess that's slow.
I know you guys are old friends. I mean, very old. Where did you guys meet again?
Texas.
Yeah.
We were both in
freshman
Texas.
year of college. It was freshman year of college. We're both engineers
And
Where were you at school?
in Texas.
Texas A&M.
Oh, Texas A&M. Oh, it's an agriculture and machinery.
It was
What's the M?
agricultural engineering, Jamie. I don't
What's
know why
the
you're
M for?
questioning this.
Agriculture and mechanical and
Mechanical engineering, mechanisms.
Yep.
And mice.
Well, it makes a lot of sense, Twinkle, because I know you're a craftsman when you make toys. And the Grinch, we've seen what you can do. I mean, you're
Right.
always crafty, getting up the
Yeah,
mountain.
I hopped up that sled, baby.
Anyways, we were in a bar in Texas, in the small little town called Looper.
Yeah.
Looper, Texas.
Looper, Texas.
Looper,
makes
Texas. And
Love
we
that.
were at this pub, and I walked in, I paid for my drink, and next thing I know, I see this green hand coming over, and it reached over and it grabbed my money after I got the, and it was the Grinch. And I go, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he says, "I'm just going to buy myself a drink." I go, "With my money? Like hell you are." And we got into a big fight. We started scrapping right there.
Yeah.
And I shoved a slurry in his face.
You did.
You all know what a slurry is, right?
Yeah.
No, I
and
have
the
no
slurry
idea.
was
What's
all
a
over his
slurry,
face.
really? What is a slurry again?
Slurry is like it's made out of leaves and powders and ales and ginger and
You
whatnot.
muddle it together.
Muddle it and you mix
A
it
lot
up,
of
you
muddling.
stomp on it, put it between your toes and whatnot. And I put it all, I shoved it in his face, and that's why his face is all green.
So, I had no idea. Everyone was always asking, how did he get green? So now we know it was the elf gave him shoved slurry in his face.
Yeah, a muddle slurry, yeah.
Muddle
Hey, I
slurry.
got to get going. It was great talking to you, Jamie. It's always a pleasure seeing you.
Hey, Twinkle, thank you so much for joining us today. And this is your life, the Grinch, and it was really important that a lot of his old friends came by. So, Twinkle, we really appreciate it. Thank you for coming by, man.
Good to see you. I'll see you
You're a
soon,
real
Twinkle.
Yeah, you're a real sweet treat. You know that?
Thank you, buddy. Good luck this weekend. I know it's going to be rough on you.
Well, Grinch, we got a fantastic surprise for you. We got one of your oldest friends, and
What?
I mean, yes, this guy. You might know him as G.I. Joe's main enemy, but to you, he's probably one of your oldest pals. Please welcome Cobra Commander.
No way.
Oh,
Kobe,
my
what's up,
God.
man?
What's up, Grinchy? How you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm living the dream. How's Sarah and the kids?
They're wonderful. That was 2 ago. There's a couple more since, but they're good from what I've heard. I mean, I get letters.
Oh,
I got one letter.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have brought it up. I didn't know.
Cease and desist.
Well, to be
It wasn't
fair, you
really-
are, you're the bad guy in G.I. Joe. So to like have a steady relationship,
that
like
is-
mow the lawn and live in small towns. I mean, that's going to be tough for you.
He's a
would
bad
be
guy
tough.
there
It's
and a
not the-
bad guy breaking hearts. That's what he
That's-
does.
But yeah, but that's not the life. I didn't choose that. I chose this life. This life. This is what I chose, and they couldn't be with me. So that's their loss, right? That's their loss.
I have nothing but respect for everything you've ever done. So yeah, it is
thank
on
you.
them.
Same.
It is.
That's a two-way
Well,
street, pal.
I
Two-way
know a
street.
lot of your friendship is based on the fact that not only do you, the Grinch, hate G.I. Joe, I know you and he have had serious issues,
Yeah.
but Cobra Commander, I know you had a little dust up with the Who's as well. So in certain ways, you guys are very similar in your hatred of other entities.
Yeah. Go ahead
Well,
and talk about it.
Yes, please. I mean, I hate joy is what I can't stand. I can't stand seeing other people so happy. It just
Same.
drives me crazy.
I think we all feel that way about, it's so funny because we talk about Christmas and the Who's, and we've
Right.
talked about it many times, how the Who's are
course.
actually terrible neighbors. It's not that we don't like
Loud.
people
So
having
loud.
joy, because we like to have, everyone likes some joy, but tone it down. Don't be
I mean,
so
have you ever heard of a
showboaty
noise
with your joy.
ordinance?
Yeah,
A
let
noise
other,
ordinance.
yes.
He's another one who can attest that 7 a.m. they'd start their garbage. 7 a.m. with the party.
Singing and the lights, and they're in a valley. It echoes. It echoes.
And sometimes we were coming off an enormous bender. We'd have a lot of ladies at the cave.
So many.
Max was wasted. People, and then they start their garbage with their all the noise, all that. Yeah, and it was he could attest to it.
Yeah, whatever the song is, it's in my brain forever.
Well, now, Cobra Commander, I know that your evil lair is located very close to the Grinch's mountain.
Mount Crumpet and my lair, very close, very close.
Yeah. And didn't you guys? I know you guys bought those lands because you were buddies and you wanted to be close to each other.
Well,
now the Who's probably
school,
bothered you too. I know, Cobra Commander, that you've launched a missile or two into Whoville.
I have. I mean, you just wake up and it's my fault because I have the button right next to my alarm clock, and it's just if you wake up and you're a little groggy and you go to hit snooze, sometimes you fire a missile.
He's wasted a couple of Midwestern towns that way. Yeah.
But not my fault, not intentional. It's not intentional.
No.
Well, do you think maybe in retrospect, putting the button to launch missiles next to your alarm clock, next to your bed, I mean, is that a prudent decision, or it feels?
I mean, it could be a design flaw, but it's you never know if you get that call in the middle of the night. Hey, it's 2 a.m. The Joes are coming, and I don't want to be scrambling through my sock drawer trying to find my missile button.
I know, Jamie, you consider yourself a decent human being, so we get where your brain went there.
Absolutely.
But for him and I, it's a matter of convenience.
Yeah, well, I know that Cobra Commander, you also have launch missiles pretty much everywhere. You have one right next to the button for ice on your refrigerator.
I do.
I know you have one next to the doorbell of your house, which is very confusing for people who come up.
Very confusing. I have one that looks like a computer mouse right next to my computer mouse.
And it launches missiles. I mean, in retrospect, it feels like, you have a lot of ways to accidentally launch missiles, and that can be dangerous, I think.
It could be if those were wrong hands. They're not with me. Like I said, I've done it a couple times, purely accidental, mid-morning, waking up from a bender. I don't know what I pressed. But normally, like if I'm sitting there at my computer, I know which one is the missile mouse and which one's the computer mouse. I know.
Sure.
I know.
You remember that time we shot all those squid missiles at the Cat in the Hat's wedding reception?
Yes. And he was trying to count them as they were raining down on him. Oh my God, that was so
Not
funny.
the buffet he thought he was getting.
Oh, man, I missed you. I missed you so much.
Well, I'm sorry I haven't called. Things get crazy and you've got a world to conquer.
Well,
It's funny that the two of you, I mean, I know you guys had some issues with G.I. Joe. Like he has to be labeled as G.I. Joe, right? Like,
yes.
Kind of braggadocious to go, oh, what's your name? Joe. But you can call me G.I. Joe. We got it. General Infantry, right? It's G.I. Joe.
Yes. Just General Infantry Joe. And that's just such a mouthful. It's such it can't be Joe.
It feels like he and the Who's are very similar in their neediness for attention. Am I wrong?
I would say they're very similar. They sing a lot. They wear weird clothes.
Yeah.
They've always got their shirts off, flexing for no reason at all.
G.I. Joe, a lot of times, Cobra Commander, it's like,
yes.
What?
Yes.
If I were you, I would just say to him, I would go, hey, you do you. What are you so worried about what I'm doing? Right? Stay in your lane, GI.
Exactly.
Joe.
Mind your own beeswax is what I say.
And
Yeah.
he makes it his business every single time. They do.
Absolutely.
Well, and there's the similarities right
Absolutely.
there, Grinch, because I feel like the Who's do that with you, where they're like, you're just trying to mind your own business. And these other people
Right.
are like telling you how you're supposed to live your life. And you're like, hey, man, you know.
They're just trying to cram it down your face. And I'd like, no. This is why I want to take over the world, to make people do what I want to do and stop trying to cram stuff down other people's faces.
He's got
Right.
a vision. He's a visionary.
You have a strict schedule of when you're going to be taking over the world shortly, from what I understand, Cobra Commander. Is
That's
that
the
right?
plan. When that, in the calendar year, 2023, in the calendar year, that's what I'm hoping.
Well,
Sorry.
Cobra, I can't believe you came on today. It was really exciting to have you come on. And I know you and the Grinch, you were one of the few people we didn't have to pay to come onto the show. So
Oh no, absolutely not.
Do you know how long we've known
taking
each
care
other?
of everything.
No.
We have known each other since childhood, since early childhood. Tell
Preschool.
him.
Preschool. Hold on.
Well, there's a funny story about the two of you in preschool. I guess the first day you ever met, you got into a huge fight. I guess the school was burned down, and most of the town, I think, was destroyed by. You had missiles even in preschool, I believe, Cobra Commander.
I did. I have. You know that box with the wires and the curly things, where the kids just take the wooden balls and they move them around the wire, and then they try to get it from one end to the other.
It's an abacus.
An abacus. Yes, that's it. I had an abacus that also launched missiles.
And it looked exactly like the actual abacus from the kids.
Notch operation, you guys.
Look at us. We were so young and so. We believed we had so much hope then. So much hope.
So much hope. And full hearts and full diapers. Can't lose.
We filled some diapers in our day. And then we threw them at the other kids.
And, Cobra Commander, the Grinch. Cobra Commander, thanks so much for coming on here. We got a
thank you for having me.
Oh, yes. It's great to have you, Cobra Commander. Real quick,
we should do this every week.
Say again?
I love that idea.
We should do this every week.
We should.
Every week we should do this.
Yeah, absolutely should. Well, listen, we really appreciate you coming on, Cobra Commander. Are there any New Year's resolutions that you are sticking to this year that you and the Grinch have worked out?
Well, I think we both agreed to cut down the carbs, right? We're getting a little thick.
I'm working on it, but I love me a taquito.
That's so you. We cut the carbs out. We said cut out of carbs. We need to wake up earlier. Maybe start doing more writing in our journals, more sort of stream of consciousness writing. I think that would help us with some of the stuff we're working through. And then just world domination. In a nutshell, just
what I've been working on? I've been working on dream walking, and I think it's going to revolutionize what we're doing for world domination. I think it's going to help you a lot. Yeah,
dream walking. Okay. Yeah. Can you email me about that later? You have my email, right?
Freddie, I took a class. Freddie Krueger was offering a class about dream walking, and I took it, and honestly, changed the way I see the world. So I'm going to talk to you about it because I think we could do some stuff. Yeah.
Okay, because I've heard some naughty things about Freddie. I don't know if he's someone you can trust. You can trust him. I don't trust people going into my dreams.
Look, can you trust him? No, but it doesn't mean he's wrong.
That's a good point.
Cobra Commander, I just want to tell you, thank you so much for being part of the show today. And obviously, when you do dominate the world, find a spot for me, will you? Because
absolutely, lead the Music Man. The music.
I still think G.I. Joe with his look at me with my kung fu grip. It's no match for.
I'll run a hiss tank up your butt. Okay, I'll put a hiss tank.
Grip. You're launching missiles at him. I mean, he's
got a kung fu grip. What's he gonna do? Use it to cover his face and scream? Oh,
I love you, buddy. Thanks for doing this. So much fun.
I love you too.
I'll call you. I'll call you.
Bahamas on me. Bahamas on me next year.
I'm in.
We're doing it.
I have a very special guest, Grinch. This young lady, she actually reached out because she wanted to be on the show so badly. Apparently, she has some stuff she wants to tell you. Please welcome your old girlfriend, Shannon.
Oh, no, Jamie. Hey,
hi,
Shannon. Hey, how are you?
Better seeing you. You look great.
Thank you.
Oh my God, you look great.
You look fantastic.
Did you get Botox? Did you get Botox?
I can't tell my secret.
You look so good. Oh my
You
God.
too.
I know you
How's
guys were very
things?
close. You lived together for a while, I believe, right?
We did. She wasn't smothering me at all.
I wasn't. No, we lived in my studio in an area outside of Torrance, and it was so nice. It's just like one day, you know, you wrote me that letter, and then I was like, where did he go? And then I like couldn't find you, and it was weird. You know what I mean? It was like just kind of weird.
Shannon, look, I'm a career man. You know that.
Oh my gosh, I know. And like, I'm here to help you in any way that you need.
Yes, I recall. Yeah.
I know we did a lot of things together, Jamie. Some that they're not they're rated R.
Well, you know, we talked to his heart doctor, and he said that we didn't know this, but not just his heart grows 3 times, is what we've heard. A lot of things grow 3 times. And,
Jamie, if you recall when I said about the hiding the zucchini, that's the place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. You
Jamie,
got it?
He could hide that zucchini.
I did hide it a lot of times.
I know.
I guess is you hit it, and then you found it, and then you hit it, and then you found it, and then you hit it, then you found it.
Like
and then
jumping on a big green pogo stick, baby.
All right,
but you get migraines.
Let's keep it PG-13 for a second or two. Now, I know this was all before you moved to the mountain, right? That was the apartment in Torrance, obviously. And then you moved to the mountain by yourself with the dog.
So I was in the mountain. I kept the mountain, but then I moved in with her too. So I had both places. There was a bit of a size difference. It's true. Mm-hmm. So it was an adjustment for me.
I know, but like we didn't need much, Grinch, you know? You and I, a bottle of wine, your zucchini.
Yeah.
I mean, it was great. I just wonder, like, if, well, you know, you said you were coming back and you never came back. So I was just like kind of wondering what happened there. I sent a lot of letters, like bounced back. And
you know what happened there? Yeah, I switched post office. I'm maybe they must have messed it up. I don't know how that happened. I'm very sorry. It was never intended.
Sorry?
I would have never hurt you. And I wasn't hiding.
Oh, is your favorite meal still lasagna?
Sure, yes, lasagna.
Are you dating? You're not dating anyone else, are you?
Yeah, I'm a career man. You know it. I don't have time.
Okay, good.
For that kind of thing. Occasionally, good. I see some people around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nothing serious.
Okay, good. So I mean, I'm still single.
Yeah. Oh, color me shocked.
Grinch, you guys should get together. Maybe just, for an old time drink or something.
Oh my gosh, stop it. Do you still drink Malibu?
Yeah.
Rums?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's my drink of choice. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And milk.
Yes. With a little bit of onion in it. Yeah. It's my go-to.
Oh,
rum and milk with an onion, huh? That sounds horrible.
Maybe we can meet, Grinch. Maybe we could go roller skating again like we used to.
Here's the thing. I have a trick knee now. There was an accident up in Aspen. I fell on the skis. Yeah.
Really? Listen, I hit my head so hard. I have not been the same. So we could both be like a little off together. What do you think?
Well, I've got a new play. I'm doing a play.
Really? What's the play?
700 Sundays. I'm rebooting Billy Crystal's deal.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I don't read very well, so I don't know plays.
But delightful. I mean, Billy Crystal. Everything he does is gold.
Well, you don't need to read them. You can just watch them. Like Billy Crystal.
On what? What do you watch them on?
Like on a stage?
On a stage. You could go, you'd have to go to the theater. Honestly, I think if you just called Billy Crystal, he'd probably come to your house and just perform it. My guess.
Seriously?
He's very kind that way, I believe. Yeah. He's
How do I get in touch with Billy Crystal? Does anyone know?
Yeah, I've got his number.
You do?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's delightful. Yeah.
Well, Shannon, I don't know if you know, because you were there before his fame and stuff, but since the movie and the book and stuff, the Grinch is he's hobnobbing with the A-listers. He's no +1 anymore.
Seriously?
Yeah. Yeah. I did a pilot with Matt LeBlanc, reboot of The Odd Couple. It went pretty well.
Yeah.
We're still waiting to hear.
Do you ever get like invitations to things where you need a date?
I don't. You know me. I'm not that. I don't go to the awards things. I never did. It's not.
I know. I'm sorry I cried so much. Can you please come back? Can you please come back? I'm sorry I cried so much.
Are you still in LA?
Yes. I'm still in LA.
I'm going to be working in New York, actually. So that's it. I mean, it's not going to work. It's not going to work for me.
I'm in New York.
Oh, you are. Well, and also some in my.
And in Texas, and sometimes Minnesota.
Okay.
Grinch, please, can we give it another shot?
It's just.
I made you so many mixtapes.
I mean, they kept coming for a while. Yes.
Something else kept coming.
Honestly, I thought Mbop was a weird choice, but I mean, yeah.
What song?
Mbop. You put all those Hanson songs on there? Yeah.
Yeah, because isn't that what you called my boobs? Mbop bops?
I did. I did.
Yeah, so why do you think I put the song on there? Seriously, what will it take to get you back? Seriously, what will it take? I know everybody hates you. I know a lot of people hate you.
Who hates me? Everybody loves me.
No, Grinch, a lot of people hate you. You're the Grinch. Yeah.
Who?
So all the Who's hate you.
Yeah, they do.
They're idiots. Like people that matter. Like who hates me? Like if you say like Matt Damon hates me, then I'm gonna worry. But like who? No, I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt Damon. I do know Matt Damon.
Oh, you do?
And he said he hates you.
He said, "How about them apples? I hate the Grinch." Those are the two things he says.
He said that.
Yeah, yeah, he did. I'm so sorry.
Shannon, I know you and the Grinch lived together, but it ended oddly in some way.
Yeah, it ended.
Take your time, tell the story. But I know that you guys were close at one time, right? To be married, from what I understand, you guys were engaged.
We were engaged, and we were gonna have a buffet style wedding, and I was like, I don't do buffet. I need it sit down. And
I like mac and cheese. I don't know what was wrong with that.
I can't. I wanted steak, and I wanted chicken, and I wanted fish Grinch. We talked about it. I let you have the band. I let you choose that you wouldn't wear a tux. Okay. And then when it came to the food, that's the one thing I wanted was a sit down. Okay. You said it had to be buffet, mac and cheese style. I said, we got to have steak chicken. And we had a full blowout. I gave him I punched him so hard in the area below his dick that he vomited.
Yeah.
And then he called EMS, the 911, and then you were a big baby about it, Grinch, and somebody saw it and put on social media, and it became a whole thing. So yeah, I got canceled because I sucker punched you in your balls.
Honestly, Shannon, you had that coming because I did nothing wrong. I stood up for what I believed in, and you took it too far. Which is what you always did. You took it too far.
Oh, I took it too far, Grinch. Did I really?
Yeah, a little bit.
You want to go far enough? Why don't you come back? Why don't we go on another date and we'll see? Okay, because like I'm still single, and you were still the best. You were the best guy I ever had. Okay,
are you out of your gourd? You were just screaming at me.
Bottle, you fuckface! This is your water bottle.
I wondered where that was. Have you had that this whole time? I want that back.
Oh well, okay. Then can I have my $50,000 back that I loaned you?
Oh, you know I loaned that to Jeff Lewis. I loaned that.
We did talk about that it's always tough with couples, especially planning a wedding can be very hard. We know that, but there was money exchanged hands, Grinch, and then you just left. Apparently, is what I've been told by Shannon.
You just left. Listen, Jamie. Do you know anything about called like stand them up at the altar? It's a phrase. Have you ever heard that?
Yes, very much so. Yeah.
Okay, you left at the altar.
Left at the altar.
Left at the altar. That's right. Okay, I was left at the altar. I was waiting for the Grinch. Okay, we were not in traditional outfits. Okay, and I was waiting, and I waited a long time, and he never showed up, and everybody else left, and then they felt very bad for me, and so they said, "My nickname is See You Later, Shannon."
Oh, I never.
See you later, Shannon.
That's a hurtful nickname.
Isn't that
I
awful?
never said that. That's something she's created in her That's something she's created in her Four Loco brain. This is not something I actually.
But you no showed a wedding, buddy. I can't support.
I had a
that.
callback.
Poor woman. You had a callback.
Yeah.
For what?
For the second Hunger Games.
On a weekend day of the wedding? That sounds suspicious.
Jamie, it's a huge movie. It was a mover and shaker. I did what I had to do. She never understood that I was a career guy. She says she understands. She didn't.
I ran lines with you. How right before we'd have sex. You had to warm up. We played zip zap zop in bed before sex. Not
What was
understanding
wrong
your
with that?
career.
You tell me that's a beautiful natural thing, and you tell me what's wrong with that.
Well, I mean, I supported your career, Grinch. Okay, we would do the we played yes and drills. We did all the things. We did all of you put your lines everywhere on all of our coffee cups and everything and everything. You know, all of your. I guess I have your Screen Actors Award information, Grinch. Ha ha! There's the truth, bitch. They want your Screen Actors Award information.
I do.
Then you got to come meet me for a date. Okay.
I'll send a courier, but I don't feel like it's a thing that I shouldn't. We had explosive chemistry. Did we have good times? Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
we did.
Yeah,
I can't deny that.
Grinch, you have explosive chemistry with everybody because you're an explosive guy.
Exactly. He has hit the nail on the head.
Here's what I want to know, Shannon. I mean, everybody out there is wondering, what's it like to date the Grinch? What was it like when you guys were together?
I mean, we got recognized. He got recognized a lot. So I had to take a lot of selfies with other people, you know, which was kind of hard. I mean, he's a terrible tipper. People would yell at us when we would leave restaurants and stuff. But like who he is alone, you know, nobody knows who he is alone. He's very cuddly. He's very sweet. Yes. I mean, he can bang like nobody's business. Like he's the best bang in the entire world.
Absolutely.
And you know, what are you going to do? You can't get away from that. You know, it's like, it is Christmas all the time when you date the Grinch in the bedroom. Like I said, if you can get through running lines with him, he is very career oriented. We had to do a headshot session weekly, you know, so we have different props around the house. Some of that got tough. He has a terrible relationship with his family. So
are you still bitter about when I turned our OnlyFans channel into also a headshot session? Is that what you're talking about?
I was really upset because I thought we were going to get down and dirty. And instead you were like, I have a secret. What am I thinking? Is someone have an umbrella I can hold? Where's my bow tie? I mean, I get it. You need to be versatile. I get it, Grinch. But like, sometimes we just needed one-on-one time, not Grinch in his career time.
Well, talk about what I struggled with, though. You know that I was typecast, and you knew my struggles, and you never cared. You didn't care about that. You knew I was hurting.
I did know you were hurting, and I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. You could never. I'm sorry. You just didn't play a believable cop. You still can't. No. You still can't say, "Hey, quit moving." You can't do it, Grinch.
No. Get out. Yeah.
Get out of here. You quit moving. See, Jamie, you knew instinctually that there was more to that line.
Yes. Well, we've talked about it too, about him being typecast as the Grinch. You know, it's like when people say, you know, it's like when a beautiful actress is like, oh, you know, I got this movie. And then when I got the movie, they tried to make me like be the super hot girl. And then you're like, well, that's why you got the movie. So I love when people complain that they're too pretty and they're getting typecast. And in the same way, Grinch has kind of done that. He's like, I'm typecast. But to be fair, if you weren't the Grinch, would you even work?
Okay. I booked I was the lead in CSI Boise. I was. And there were cast members who told me I made them weep during the filming. So don't pull that. That's not true.
Well, at the end of the day, you're in a scene, whoever's talking to you was talking to the Grinch. So you're the Grinch. I mean, obviously, Shannon's already alluded to the fact that when you guys are out in public, I mean, come on, you're a bad tipper, please. And you're mean in public and stuff. I mean, you know, you're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. It's in the song, you know? So
all the songs are true?
I think what Shannon's looking for is just a nice apology of you to her, where she put up with a lot. And yes, obviously, she enjoyed the sex. That's pretty obvious.
And why wouldn't she?
Well, again, the braggadociousness of it all.
Sorry to cut you
off. I sang to you.
Could you sing? Why don't you sing the special song that you made up for me?
Yeah, do
About
that.
me.
Let's hear that special song you made up.
Crazy, crazy in bed, crazy in the head, but you rock my world. Yeah, Shannon, you're crazy.
Pretty good. I love that you were. It was close to a Patsy Cline song,
Yeah.
but then just broke away. Like it's,
Yeah.
it would be tough in a lawsuit. I think you get away with it. I don't think her estate.
I teeter that line. I teeter that line always, Kaler.
Grinch, straight up. Do I have a shot at dating you again? Just give it to me straight.
I mean, are you on your meds? Are things okay?
I'm on 17 different medications.
We could meet for coffee. I'll give you that. And then whatever happens.
Fine. Can it be at a late night coffee place where it's nice and dark?
I'll give you a Cracker Barrel at 2 p.m.
He's so mean.
Will you bring one of your Hickory Farm sausages? And you know what I mean by that.
Okay. All right. I think I see where all this is going. You guys can chat later.
All right.
If you
Wait, I need her to come with me. Look,
Shannon's,
could she come with me to see my mom?
yes, of
Mom,
course.
mom loves Shannon.
Mom loves Shannon. And if you're looking
yeah.
for Shannon, I think it's you're still holding the OnlyFans page going, right, Shannon?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And I don't care about the 50,000 Grinch, but if you do have any portion of it, I would like it.
Hey, Grinch,
Yes.
listen, I know you are known as kind of the bad guy around Whoville, but
I'm the big T.
there's another guy in town who knows you pretty well, and I think you guys know each other, and you kind of came up together. Please welcome your old nemesis, the other mean guy from Whoville, Mr. Jeff Lewis.
Oh,
Yeah.
not
What's
Jeff.
up, Grinch?
Hello, Jeff.
How are you?
Fine.
I'm good. Yeah.
Are you? You're good? You hanging in there?
You're all over the place. I understand you're rich and famous, a big deal. You're a big deal. You're on lunchboxes. You're on.
Yes.
You have
Everything.
a TV special.
Did you get a lunchbox yet, Jeff?
I'm working on it. I made one out of clay, and I'm
Put your
selling it.
mom's cricket to good use.
Yeah. I sold a couple to my dad. I mean, I'm doing what I can. I'm not green. I mean, I don't have a big hat, and I'm just wearing a T-shirt, but I'm trying.
I got an extra hat, Jeff. You want me to borrow one of the hats?
No, I'm fine. I think I can do it naturally. I don't need those kind of gimmicks to be angry and famous.
Here's why I had you on the show, Jeff, because I know you guys both grew up in the outskirts of Whoville. You probably got bussed into Whoville for school as a kid and stuff. And I know you and the Grinch were very close back in the day. And you both kind of had a dislike for the Who's. And then, the Grinch found a way to monetize that dislike. And now you're just the angry guy who dislikes the Who's but can't make any money off it. Talk about the early days when you and the Grinch were besties.
Here's the thing, Jimmy. I invented anger, and he took it from me. It's like Steve Jobs. He took it from me. He saw me being angry in my garage, and he went and he took it from me. And we were close. I thought we were good friends. We shared all our angry ideas and angry and mean ideas, and he took them all.
Jeff, they were mutual potluck ideas. They were for everyone to use. It's not my fault you've had a failure to launch. Don't pin this on me.
I was going to steal Christmas, and you did it one day earlier. It was my idea.
You were okay. Hold on. So your plan, just so we're clear, you were going to come after they'd already opened up all the gifts on Christmas Day. That was your plan, Jeff. I
thought maybe people would leave their stuff out after they're open. They would sit out and it'd be easier to take. I don't know. I just thought it was more practical. Yes.
James, you see it. You get it. You're starting to see the big picture here, right? You are seeing
I don't need wrapping. I don't need to be on the Christmas Eve to it. It can be any day.
Well, I do see Jeff's point of view. I mean, Jeff, obviously, if you steal a present before I've opened it, I don't really know what you stole.
Yeah.
Jeff's point of
Thank
view
you,
was like,
Jamie.
"Oh, I've
Yeah.
opened this thing. Oh, look at this bike. This is a Fallapazoo. This is a Strudel Dyke and Flouk and
I love my Xbox or whatever.
right." And then Jeff steals it. But to be fair, Jeff did tell me this in the pre-interview. He said, I had a plan. I was gonna steal Christmas, and I kind of told the Grinch, and then the Grinch went in the day before and did it. Is there any truth to that, Grinch?
You swooped in.
We had a mutual plan that we were working on together. It wasn't his idea. He's been painting this story for years. There's a whole Reddit channel about it. Yeah, where he just talks and talks and talks about it.
To be honest,
we were partners at one time. That is true.
So it feels like, in a way, you are Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff is the Winklevoss twins.
Yes. My idea was Grinch, not Grinch. Grinch. And that's still a great idea. I mean, I don't even know what Grinch means, but Grinch. I said, let's do Grinch. And then he's like, Grinch sounds just like it. That was mine.
Jeff, first of all, your dog, what is happening there?
It sounds like you're torturing that dog, dude.
I can't get in. He's in a box. He's in a small box. His name is Mix. Okay, it's not Max. It was a Mix. It was very close. And you took that idea.
I had Max first. Don't you dare say I stole that name. That is not what happened.
I had a dog. I said, let's name a dog Mix, and let's put antlers on him and make him pull our sled.
No.
Everything I
You didn't even have a sled yet. You had a skateboard. You had a skateboard, Jeff.
I will. You go to.
Well, I know it. The story even gets sadder because eventually, once the Grinch got fame for returning Christmas, and then the guy Dr. Seuss wrote the book about him, then there were movies and projects and Boris Karloff, and all of a sudden the Grinch is making serious cash. Jeff, I know you were a little upset, and you went and tried to steal Easter from the Who's, and you got caught.
I took Easter and I took Passover, and
you got caught.
Yeah, well,
that might be my favorite police footage I've ever seen in my life of him stealing eggs from an egg hunt when the kids are looking.
yeah.
And the cops savagely beat him.
Well, I know you did some jail time for that in who prison. I know you did.
I did 3 years.
You did 3 years, which couldn't have been good. Because
look,
they say the Who prison is like, on the scale of the worst prisons in the world, I believe it's like Nicaragua, Thailand, and then Whoville. I know Whoville has a tough, and especially since you're not a Who, you're like not in any, there's no gang for you in the Who prison.
No, I had to team up with a couple of elves. I got to tell you, I mean, the food was terrible. It was green eggs and ham mostly, but it was gross. Yeah, I mean, it was terrible. I mean,
Jeff, I never meant for that to happen. You know that, right? Like, I didn't want bad things to happen to you. We were friends for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I get upset, and I just wish I could have gotten just a piece of what you got. And I'm jealous.
You never called. Like, why didn't you reach out to me? I would have talked. Like, we worked well together.
No, I didn't think you wanted to see me. I didn't think you wanted. I don't know. I didn't think you liked me, and I don't know.
Jeff,
I don't think you wanted to talk.
Truly,
to me.
I think you're a delight. I have always really? Liked you. Yeah.
Really?
Really.
Okay.
I have invited you to every backyard barbecue I've ever had. You never come.
Really? Okay. Maybe I changed my emails a lot. I moved a lot. I was in prison, so that kind of put a damper on things as far as location.
Did you get the cake I sent with the file in it?
I did get a cake. I didn't know it was from you. The file. It was a file cabinet, and it wasn't the file like the kind that you do. It was like a file cabinet.
Those damn Uber Eats guys screw that stuff up all the time. I'm very sorry.
You ordered a file.
Been a big cake. Yeah. Had a file cabinet in the cake.
It was just 5.
It was
it was like a 7-layer. It was a huge cake.
Huge cake. And they just, even though you're in prison, there was no like, wow, I wonder why this guy's getting this giant cake in prison.
Well, I thought it was like maybe somebody that wanted me to keep their records for them or something. Like there was like they wanted me to do some accounting work. I didn't understand it.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was trying to get me out of prison. That's crazy. I agree. I tried to hide in it, and hopefully they would. And I put a return address and like a postage stamps on it, but they wouldn't mail that file cabinet.
I did. Hey,
So
I
that's,
do owe you a thank you because I did get the box of toilet wine you sent from prison, and I appreciate
toilet
it.
wine.
Yeah, the
So
kind
what'd
you
you-
made in prison.
Oh yeah, no,
You make it out
I'm
of
so glad.
raisins. You let raisins ferment. Yeah. He shared
Yeah,
some with
I-
me. It was
I-
delicious. Very good.
I had
Just so I'm
fermented raisins
clear,
in-
just so I'm clear on this story for the viewers out there. You're saying the Grinch sent you a filing cabinet in a cake. You got the cake, then you were confused. You thought somebody wanted you to be an accountant for them. So then you I'm just pulling it back together. You then in the prison, you climbed into the filing. Yeah, you must have put the return address on first.
I've had a sticker. I happen to have a sticker from Christmas time.
And then you got into the filing cabinet and just left it like somewhere in the prison where mail goes out?
Yes. What I did was I carried it. They let me go to I picked it up. I carried it to the mailbox area, the prison mailbox. And I scrawled on the address. And then I got on the top shelf and I pulled it back. And then I just go mail call. And then I closed it again. And I really thought they would take it. I understand that anything is legitimate as long as it has a stamp on it. And it was just 3 stamps. I thought that was plenty. It would weigh over 400 pounds, but I thought it would be fine. It was a very heavy. The cake was delicious. I mean,
okay, just to be clear again, and I just want to go back through some of the details of the filing cabinet. You're insinuating the filing cabinet that came in the cake that the Grinch sent you. You're saying it was 400 pounds. So it would take at least 4 or 5 people to lift the cake. Nobody was confused at the weight of this cake. This cake was like a 500-pound cake.
Honestly, I ordered a pound cake, and they're very heavy, Jamie.
It was 400-pound cake. Yeah, I mean, it came in a truck, and it was 8 guys that had to carry it. And I thought it was weird. It was a moving company, and I thought this is really too much. It was going too far for a cake, and it was heavy. I got to say, I had to get like 4 guys to. Yeah, I mean, it was. And I put on a scale.
So how did you get? You just said you carried the 400-pound filing cabinet. You carried it to the mailroom place where you said you dropped it off. You said that.
No,
which means you're very strong.
I had a cart.
You had a cart. So you put it on a cart.
Yeah.
And then you got in the filing cabinet, and then you went like, "Mail me." And they're who's, so they're not the smartest guys.
They aren't the smartest knives in the drawer.
But they caught you. You didn't get out from that.
It was close. I mean, they took me all the way to the post office, and they tried to get me inside the mailbox. The one that's at the post, and they couldn't get it inside, and then I fell out.
Okay. At first, this whole story sounded a little suspicious, but now that you've explained it, it makes total sense.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Especially since the original order was just a regular sized cake with a file in it.
Right.
It was just a pound cake with file in it. It just tells you
that's what he
happens
originally
sometimes
ordered. That was the information the Grinch gave us earlier.
Yeah.
Yes.
He gave you a cake with file, and you obviously now we knew the Uber Eats guy must have done it out of nowhere. The guy must have had like a 400-pound filing cabinet and a bigger cake. And
that happened to me with Applebee's once, actually.
Yeah.
Ordered a taco. They sent me potato salad. Terrible mix up.
Well, that's what's funny. You'll go to Applebee's or something, and you'll get a salad thinking, oh, I'm going low on calories or whatever. And then all of a sudden you see the sign and that, barbecue ranch salad is actually 24,000 calories. And so I can understand where the confusion over the 400-pound filing cabinet came in. Yeah, it makes a lot. The whole thing makes a lot of sense now.
Thank you. I mean, I got it. I didn't. There's no story. That's what I received. It's just what I got.
Yeah.
I think what we can take away from this, Jeff, is that, I did try. And I have tried to reach out. It's not like I just left you high and dry in this. That's not what happened.
No, you didn't. And I still have that file cabinet when I got out. I took it with me. And it's beautiful. Yeah, yeah.
that's
I
at
sit in
least-
it.
So the story has a positive end to it.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to put it into a cake several times. I just could not make it happen.
No, that's
Where were you going with the cake? I mean, what was the second purpose for that?
Oh, I have a friend I went to college with, and I just thought it would be he's in Sing Sing, and I thought I could help him get out.
So you were going to
With a
use the
file
plan
cabinet.
again?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I mean, it didn't
now
work
that I
the
think
first
about
time,
it,
but it should probably work
it
the
worked
second
first
time, is my guess.
I'm not sure why I thought I'd give it a shot one more time. Second time.
Yeah.
I mean, they did catch you on a technicality, right? Like it was like it was something you just got caught on accident.
Yeah, I just fell out of a cabinet when I was in front of a post office box.
That could have happened to anybody.
No,
So-
it's common.
so-
Really
Just
common.
really quick, just so I get confused.
All right, it's fine.
You're in a filing cabinet. It's just sitting there. It's 400 pounds, and you fell out of it. You fell out of the filing cabinet.
Well, here's the thing: they turn it on its side in order to get it into that slot, and that's when they turn on the side was the side of the cabinet. What I should have done is lock it. You know, they have a little key, and I should have locked it. But they turned it over, and I fell out. And
That's honest. I didn't know they had turned it over, but then now it's again. It's a
know,
story that seems so crazy, but then you explain it properly, and it makes sense.
and it makes total sense. That's what
Makes
happens when
total
you
sense.
text with spell check. It's just how it goes.
It's the same thing when all of a sudden you're trying to tell somebody something, and all of a sudden it comes up as duck, and you're like, I didn't type duck. I did not type duck.
Yeah, a
Well-
pound cake. Yeah.
Rest assured, buddy, you get back in the clink. I'm going to send you a smaller cake with just a file in it.
And
Hey, and
you
good
don't need a
luck.
file?
Good.
What's it?
Just a file.
Yeah. Okay.
Just a file.
Or
I'll
a
try to
lock
work
pick
with
set.
you. Yeah. I'll get out.
And
there.
I know you're planning on, obviously, the domain of stealing Christmas has already been done. You would never repeat that. But I know this year you're planning on stealing Valentine's Day.
I'm going to steal Valentine's Day. I'm going to take every heart, and I'm going to they're not going to get chocolate. I'm taking everything. I don't care. I'll do it. You can't stop me.
Well,
So
he
it's
does
going
return
on.
it at the end. I mean, is there any plan to return it, or you're just going to keep the stuff?
I thought I'd keep it. I like chocolate and I like hearts. And I think maybe I'll put it in my file cabinet. Under C, chocolate. I'll just make a
You
huge
know what I
file
always
cabinet.
liked about Jeff?
You
He's
might-
a
you might-
dreamer.
You
He's
might
a
want to reach
dreamer.
out to Seuss because, maybe a sequel where it's like the Jeff that stole Valentine's Day. Could be a great book and a movie and stuff. Might
Oh
be.
my God, that's pretty good. The Jeff, not just Jeff, the Jeff. Okay.
The Jeff. Oh, wait.
I like it.
Listen,
You
Jeff,
may
we
get
got
that
to roll.
lunchbox yet, buddy. You may
We
get
got
it.
too many family and friends coming in. We got to roll. But Jeff, thank
Thanks,
you so
Jim.
much for sharing your stories of your time with the
Thank
Grinch.
you.
And
Grinch.
I mean, they all
thank
seem
you.
super accurate. I mean, they seem super
Yeah.
spot on and real.
Jeff,
Yeah, these
don't
are
let
all real stories.
don't let it go too long before we talk again, okay?
Yeah, everything I've said is true. And I'm sorry, Grinch, about everything. I'll try to do better.
We'll work on it.
Love you, buddy. All right, see you, Jeff
All right.
Lewis. Woo! Grinch, this special is going so great. It's just great to see all the past people from your family and
Was it though? Because some of them, Kaler. Honestly.
this has been so wonderful seeing all the people from your life coming on to say hi and wish you the best. And we have a very special treat right now for you, Grinch. I don't know how long it's been since you've spoken to this lovely woman. I chatted with her extensively, but please welcome the Grinch's mom, Beverly Grinch.
What?
Yes,
Hi,
yes.
Mom.
How are you? Look at you. You look so sick.
Really? We are
What's
on
wrong?
this
What
is
happened?
live. This is live.
Well, I just wanted to, you never call me. We never see each other anymore. We used to go Christmas shopping, and I don't get anything anymore.
Mom, I've been busy. You know I have a career. You know I'm a career man.
What do you do again?
The movie? The movies? Benedict
The
Cumberbatch
movie?
and Jim Carrey have played on my life story.
Grinch, she's right. I mean, you can talk about some of the other stuff you're working on these days. We always wondered about that because we saw the Grinch Who Stole Christmas, and it's Christmas Eve. I didn't even know your mom was still alive, and you weren't hanging out with your mom on Christmas Eve.
I'm barely alive. Okay, I have been in the hospital 4 times in
Oh,
3
jeez.
days,
Okay.
and
For a hangnail. For a hangnail.
well, that is so painful. You wouldn't know because you're never around anymore. You and your siblings. I don't even know who you are. Did
You
you
do.
know?
I'm the same little boy I've always been. It's just I'm trying to stand on my own 2 legs.
Well, I love you no matter what. I have said that to you since the beginning of time, but you just don't think that I mean anything to you, right?
That is not true. I love you with all of my tiny heart.
How is your heart, honey? I heard about the doctor.
He's doing miracles, Mom.
Yeah,
Miracles.
okay.
He's
Oh
doing
God,
the Lord's work. It's true.
I wish he could do a miracle on our relationship.
Beverly, I hate to see you cry, and Grinch, it's your mom. You got to be nicer to your mom. Beverly, what was the Grinch like as a little boy? Or, I'm
Oh.
sorry, as a little Grinch.
Yeah, he was never a boy. Well, an interesting soul, I must say, but it didn't matter. I mean, everyone made fun of him, but I wasn't going to have it. Yeah, you don't see a father in this picture. That's all I'm going to say.
She's a rock star. I will give her that credit. She's a rock star.
Yeah, and oh my God, he would bake things. He would come by and take me on car rides. I don't know whose cars they were because we didn't have any, but it didn't matter. It just was the idea of just being with my son.
I loved it too, Mom.
Yeah, well, are you married?
No, I've been, Shannon and I are off and on, and Martha
Oh.
May, it didn't. I think she's end game, but she's still finding herself.
How about Judy and Alan and Swissy? And oh my God, there were so many people. You remember you hung around with all those crazy nuts.
Those were wonderful kids from art camp, and I thought they were delightful. Why do you always judge me? Why do you judge the people I hang out with? Why are you like this?
Please don't make a big scene, please. I have a gift for you.
You do.
I do. I don't even know if you need it since you seem to get your gifts by yourself.
Petty theft, but yes.
Well, the gift that I have for you is let me find it. I have some lotion.
Oh,
you didn't really have a gift at all for him, did
Not
you?
at all. No, I didn't.
It became. We honestly thought you had a gift, and then it became evident that you did. There was no gift.
Really.
But listen, that's my mom thinks the same way like that. And listen, Grinch, you have had a checkered past. Was he? I mean, we've known about the theft problems. Was he getting into trouble as a kid a lot?
Constantly. Oh my gosh, I couldn't sleep. He was in jail, at least 120 times, and there would be little things. It would be a hat. It would be a cigarette. It would be a wallet. It wasn't anything big. And it was just that he made it sound like that I didn't give him any love. So of course he had to go out and get something to fill his heart and soul. I gave him more love than you'll ever know.
This is okay. You know how this started. The first thing I ever stole was a thing of macadamias from Hooper's store on the corner. And,
I remember that.
Yeah. She made me go and take it back and admit I did it. She did. And I'm going to be honest, there was a little bit of a thrill, and I can't explain it. There was a thrill to me when I took it. And honestly, some ways, Mom, you pushed me to that life. Oh. I don't want to air the grievances, but you did.
Oh, you mean so I'm to blame now?
That's not very nice. I mean, she's raising you as a single mom.
Who put you to bed? Who gives you a pint of ice cream even though you're fat? Who gives you love and admiration and tells you that no matter what happens, when I die, I have no money for you?
You, Mom, I know.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Mom, what can I do to fix this? Like, I don't want this divide between us. It's Christmas. I know I don't call, and I'm sorry. I don't know what you want me to do. How do I fix this?
I just want to see you happy. I want to see you happy with that girl that that girl you saw that I don't even remember what her name is.
Martha May?
Maybe. I would like to see. I would love to have grandchildren. Why can't I have grandchildren? Is it you? Is it your penis? What is it?
I never wanted kids, Mom. This is not the time to talk about this.
Why not? What's wrong with your penis? Do you not have anything in there?
It's working just fine, Mom. Honestly, it's working fine. Okay?
All right.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's just, I'm just not making kids.
Grinch, you can't, you got to stop yelling at your mother. I mean,
That's just what happens all the time. This happens all the
Jamie,
time.
she just accused me of having issues in that department on your streaming show.
Well, she's saying she wants to have grandkids. And to be fair about the phone calls, he does live at the top of a mountain. I don't think the service is great.
Service is not great.
You could get Wi-Fi probably, and you could at least Zoom her or something.
No,
We have a landline, but
yeah, I send some kids up there every now and then just to make sure he's alive.
Mhm.
I can't make that trek.
we're Facebook friends. I mean, I like your posts.
Do you? Which one is
I
your
do.
favorite? Which
Look,
one?
I'm happy that Mahjong is going so well for you. I knew you were going to
Oh.
love it when I introduced you to them.
No, that has been my saving grace. May I just tell you something that keeps me up in the morning and puts me to bed at night.
See,
That and a little
did that for
Jack
you.
Daniels.
I love you, Mom. I love you more than anything in this entire world except for Stealing and Max. Literally in the top 3.
Grinchy, I'll take that for right now. I really will.
How's my brother?
You know, he's all right.
I mean, he's a Grinch. They're all Grinches.
They're all Grinches. I don't know. what
Beverly,
I've done.
I am a little confused about the Grinch's dad. What really did happen with him?
Well, there were several of them. Let me just be very honest with you. I don't know who his father really is. And, it was just a night on the town for me. And I drank a little too much and smoked a little too much and put out a little too much. And, sometimes you just don't know what you're going to get when that happens. And so when this did happen, I had a choice to make, right? I could say, I'm your mother, or I could say, fuck you. But I didn't. I said, I'm your mother.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that? Oh, you were a baby. You wouldn't remember.
I don't, and I don't want to hear about it now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that not what I should have said?
Mom, the thought of you naked is just gross. I don't want to hear this.
What? Why do you think I have to be naked to have you?
You made, you had me, right? Like you made me like the traditional, zucchini on the whole. Yeah.
I was fully dressed except for down there.
That doesn't make it better for me.
They're like a birthing gown. I believe they're called birthing gowns or
Thank
something.
you. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you. I hope your mother loves you.
I got to tell you, Beverly, it's been a pleasure having you because the Grinch, I mean, it seems like at first we were like, oh, he's not the bad guy. But the more the people come into this show, I feel like he has a rough side, a cantankerous side to him that I'm not so sure about.
Well,
It's your mother, Grinch. Come on.
If you really get to know him, if you really just sit down and listen to the babble that he gives you, he really is a gentle soul. He just sometimes gets out of the zone. And look, a mother loves her child no matter what.
I love you too, Mom.
I love you too, Grinchy. When can I see you?
Well, I'm so busy. You're
busy.
Grinch, you got to go see your mother.
What are you doing tomorrow afternoon at 4?
I have a thing. There's a Christmas thing I have to go to with.
Can I go
people.
with you?
Jamie, help me.
She can go. She'll go with you.
Oh my God, I have the best dress to wear.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
Jamie, what?
Thank you. I love you so much. I love you so much. Here, give me a kiss.
No.
Give your mother a kiss, Grinchy.
Come on. Oh. Thank you.
Beverly, it was a pleasure to have you. You are a wonderful woman. I'm sorry you were saddled with such an awful child, but you did the best.
I love him. I love him.
I'm a national treasure.
When am I going to see you again?
I'll see you tomorrow, Mom.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Jamie. God love you.
All right, Beverly, we love you. Thanks for
All
coming.
Merry Christmas, Mom.
Get back in.
Goodbye.
Oh my gosh, Grinch. What a fantastic evening, wasn't it? All these different friends showed back. How about the guy from the bowling team?
Yeah, I hadn't seen Mike in a long time.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, though. My mom has texted, since she got off here, she's texted 4 times. So thank you for that.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, your mom was a sweetheart. We loved her. Obviously, your old girlfriend, that was a little touch and go.
And it always has been. That's kind of her way. She's intense.
How about Cobra Commander? Out of nowhere.
Man, that guy knows how to party.
He sure does. Yeah, everybody.
And you got the
Twinkle
doc. You got the doc. I couldn't believe it.
Well, he was one of the main people I wanted to reach out to because I thought, you know, a lot of people just they laugh or make fun of you. The fact that your heart grew that big, and to me, I was always like, that seems like a serious medical condition. So it was great to have the doc come on and kind of, you know, talk about it.
People they get so lost in the behavior of me that they forget it was a medical condition.
It is a medical condition, and I think each year we're going to have you come back and talk a little bit about your world and about obviously because it's Christmas, baby. It's Christmas.
I love it. I love being here.
Yeah, and listen again. I'm sorry Jason couldn't be here or Kate.
Yeah, where are those guys? I've never met them, and I watch this show all the time, and you guys are great. Where are they? Why couldn't they be here tonight?
Well, if I can be honest, Jason has his young twin boys and another boy, so he has 3 boys. And
I met them.
You know, the fact that he can even come ever is crazy. And Kate's the same; she has kids, and you know, you just have a dog. You don't really have kids, and we're here at the Parents Lounge. And Christmas is a big thing for us, but also, let's face it, it's super painful. It's super painful.
You know, next year when I come back, we'll talk. But I got a 23andMe in the mail.
I wondered. We had talked about you doing it, and I'm so glad you finally did because
I did.
I mean, you know, we talked to Twinkle about your college freshman year.
He's a cousin, yeah.
And it just seemed like, how does this guy not have kids out there somewhere?
I'm going to drop this bomb on you right now. I have a daughter.
I thought you might.
We'll talk about it.
All right. Well, that'll be a tease for next year and stuff. But I know some things you want to, you know, the show was called This Is Your Life, Mr. Grinch. But some things need to stay personal, and I get that too.
I appreciate that. You're a good guy. I don't care what anybody says.
Mr. Grinch, I cannot thank you enough for coming on this year. What a fantastic show. I mean, it's Christmas Eve. I hope everybody out there has a wonderful Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy New Year. Have a great holiday. Sometimes I think that we as humans make life a little more difficult than it needs to be.
Way too hard. Way too hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we just take things a little too seriously. We get a little too wound up in our own thing instead of saying, who cares, man? Who gives a blank? Which I know is I saw you in that T-shirt. Who gives a blank? And I mean, I think it's the motto you live your life by.
Every damn day. Every damn day.
Pretty great. So
thank you, buddy. Merry Grinchmas to you, my friend.
Merry Grinchmas to you, my friend. To all our fans out there, thank you so much for tuning in to This Is Your Life, Mr. Grinch. If you dug what you saw, then be sure to like, subscribe, follow, comment. Catch us on iTunes. You can catch all old podcasts that we've done. And if you're a parent, you get it. It's really, it can be super painful at times. So this is our cathartic release to parenting. And this is our end of year special that we do every year with Mr. Grinch. And it means a lot, man. We've only been running for 2 years, and you've been back both years. So hopefully to year 3, we'll see you, Mr. Grinch. And to all our fans.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Thank you so much. Any parting words, Mr. Grinch?
All I'm saying is be good to each other out there because there's a lot of assholes. A lot of assholes. Merry Christmas, everybody.
No true words have ever been spoken. Merry Christmas, everybody. Thank you. See you next week on the Parents Lounge.
Good night, everybody.